Hello, my fellow motorcycle riders on the KLX300 forum. It's Lyle Straub here. And due to lots of requests and things, I was going to show you my super cheap Temu muffler and pipe connection that I picked up for my KLX300 here. Explain a few things to you guys and girls and see what you think. It's not super pretty to install, but it's functional, I think. I haven't test rode it now since I've finalized everything. That could happen either tonight or tomorrow after work. I'd like to take it on a good hour-long ride and make sure everything holds up and stays tight and nothing leaks. So I'm just going to flip the camera around here. So this model is a 2020 KLX300R, and on my prior posts I've posted some links on Temu what the item number of the exhaust and what the item number of the header pipe is here. So the header pipe, it comes with this clamp here. When you install that clamp, you have to be careful that you put it at a bit of an angle, otherwise this bolt will stick out and hit your shock spring. The pipe that comes here, it's got a bigger inside diameter by about probably 1/8 of an inch than the factory header pipe here. So when they're apart, basically I used this muffler bandage material, or exhaust wrap it's called, and it's heat activated. So after I clamped the pipe together and squished it down so it actually holds, how can I explain this? There's slots in this pipe here and there's slots in the factory header pipe up there, and the clamp doesn't quite cover both of the slots. That's why I used this heat wrap here, and that when you start the bike and run it, it develops enough heat that this shrinks and adheres, and I don't have any more leakage coming out of the header pipe to the mid pipe joint here. Before I put this on, it was leaking like crazy. Things were going to get too hot here, like my brake hose may have gotten too hot, or my air box may have also gotten too hot. I did not want anything melting. So I also used a bunch of aluminum tape here on my factory air box. I covered everything up really well. I took some alcohol and I sprayed the dust and everything off so that aluminum tape would adhere properly. I just happened to have an old FMF exhaust spring and a YZ125 old exhaust spring from my son's bike there. I don't even know if it's necessary. The muffler to the pipe fits like a glove here, but I put springs on anyway just because I could. This here, your factory secondary mount, it becomes kind of useless, but what I did, I'll show you inside here. This isn't the prettiest thing, but I took a piece of steel I had laying around, just a scrap piece of steel, drilled a hole exactly the same size as this bolt hole. And what this purpose of this does is when I tighten this, it sucks in and pulls the exhaust out, and it keeps it away from touching that very probably expensive meltable air box. If you can see here, I've got plenty of clearance now. Nothing is going to touch there. Plus I had aluminum taped it well. Should be all right. Like I say, the test ride tonight or tomorrow will determine whether this thing all stays put properly. It's quite snug. If I try moving this pipe around, nothing's moving, the whole bike's moving. Should be good. I'd also mentioned this exhaust from Temu, it comes with this quiet insert in there, but it's not quiet. It's bloody loud. It's like a 250F or even louder, like a motorbike. There's a little Allen screw in the bottom here you can remove. I think it's a 3mm. This just pulls out. And if you look on my previous post on the muffler, what comes with it, you'll see that this silencer has a bunch of holes inside. What I did with that is I put some aluminum tape, or you could also use this exhaust wrap for probably even more reliability. The aluminum tape may not be ideal, but that's what's in there right now. I blocked off every hole except the very first row of holes. The furthest row of holes in are open, going around that round insert. So at idle, it's not bad. I'll do a startup here for you guys. You can kind of see what that's what it sounds like. It's pretty manageable. It doesn't sound like a sewing machine anymore. It's got a little bit of a bark now. I like the way it sounds personally. Hopefully this holds up. And yeah, that's about everything I can think of to mention about this install. I also should mention here, this band comes with the exhaust. But I had an old aluminum spacer left over from a street bike muffler install. I used that. And then I just fabricated a couple pieces of thin aluminum I had laying around. It's rough, it's gross, I know. Don't judge me, boys. It's just a short piece of aluminum. If you're planning on doing this, you can kind of decide how high you want this pipe within reason. I kind of just pulled it up a little higher so it looks proper. And basically, you just don't want to pull it up so high that you're going to be, of course, touching that all-important plastic air box. Make sure you have clearance for that. If you burn a hole in that thing, I hate to see how much they want for that. Or if it's even available through Kawasaki. It could be on back order for 10 months or some damn thing. Anyway, that's the video, boys. Hopefully you think that works okay. I will make one more post after I test ride this thing tonight. Make sure that the biggest thing is I want to make sure this here joint holds up and it doesn't start blowing out exhaust. I want to make sure this heat wrap, exhaust wrap patch thing works. So there you go, my long-winded video. Lots of you were wondering how this thing looked and sounded, and I've posted links on a prior post to Temu with item numbers and all that sort of thing if you're interested in trying this for yourself. Yeah, I think it's gonna work. How long will this muffler last? I don't know. It's kind of put together with pop rivets. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a year or two out of it for whatever the hell it was, 26 bucks, who cares? I just wanted to try this as an experiment. And so far, so good. I guess any questions, feel free to ask me on the forum. Talk to you all later.